In this video, I'll be sharing with you a tutorial on how to draft this stylish keyhole neckline flare gathered dress. So if this is something you like, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. To start drafting this dress, I will start with the upper part. You need your shoulder to bust, under bust and waistline. So after you're done marking that, the next step you're going to take is to mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and add half because this dress has a sleeve. From there, you come down by 1 inch. Now I'll be using a basic neckline of 3 by 3 inches and I'll mark. After I'm done marking that, I'm going to place my curved rule, which I'm going to connect. After going ahead to connect it, this is what I have. Now connect from your neckline to your shoulder slope. Now the reason why we added half inch to our shoulder for joining allowance to our sleeve, if you don't want to add that now, you can add it when you're transferring your pattern to fabric. Next is to find your chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Whatever you have, you mark it and draw out a straight line there. Now place whatever measurement you have at the shoulder back at the chest line. You're going to place your ruler and you're going to connect this all the way to the shoulder. After connecting, you're going to place your tape and you're going to divide what you have there into 2 equal parts. You're going to mark the midpoint, then place your tape, mark your round bust measurement divided by 4. After marking this, you're going to connect from the midpoint of your armhole to the upper part and then connect it all the way to your bust circumference divided by 4. Now for this dart, I will just be using my bust dart. So I'll insert my bust measurement divided by 4 and add my sewing allowance. Use 1 inch or 1.5 for your sewing allowance. Mark your under bust measurement divided by 4 and also add your sewing allowance. Towards the waistline, I'll measure out my waist measurement, divide it by 4 and I'll add my sewing allowance. Now the next step is to connect from your under bust to the upper part and then you connect it back to your waistline. So the next step is to go ahead to mark my dart point, that is my nipple to nipple line divided by 2. From here, I'll mark my bust dart. To get your bust dart is the difference between your shoulder to waist in front and your shoulder to waist at the back. Let's say my shoulder to waist is 17 at the front, while the back is 15.5. If you deduct that 15.5 from 17, you will have 1.5. So from here, I'll come down by 1.5 to 1 inch, then I'll connect. So if you notice, the keyhole neckline dropped a little below the bust, so I'll just go ahead to connect. So you can just go ahead to determine where you want yours to stop. I went down by ½ inch here to give that roundish effect we have at the lower waistline of the dress, and I will connect. So after connecting that, you notice that there's a band. So I'll be using 2.5 inches for my band. I will mark that and then I'll place my ruler to connect. That is the joining between the upper part and the waistline of this dress. So we are done cutting out the front part. All I'll do is just to cut this out. For the band on the waistline, if you think 2.5 inches is small, please readjust. Also blend out your dart when you're cutting this out. So after cutting this, we are going to go ahead to cut that of the front pattern of this dress. So this is what I have, then I'll cut out the band. Now to cut the back of this dress, you notice that there's no zipper allowance at the upper part. The upper part is open, we just have a little zipper from the waistline down, right? So that's why I added extra 1 inch. So what I'll do now is to mark the shoulder to bust waist. I got the shoulder measurement the same way I did for the front. For the neckline, I'll be using a basic neckline of 3 by 1 inch for the back. The neckline is high, so you'll be adding a loop at this back of the dress. Then from this point now, you'll be connecting this all the way down, creating that design we have here. So from here also, I'll come up by 2.5, just the same way we did for the front. Now if you notice at the back, we have like a little belt before the lower part of the dress. So what I'll do is to mark my bust measurement and add my sewing allowance. then mark my waist measurement. I marked it also from that 2.5 inches I came up by, then I'll extend it down. So what I'll do now is to go ahead to connect. After I'm done connecting at this part, we'll now go ahead to connect this close to that line we have here. You notice the back is open also, so I'll just go ahead to connect. So this part I'm connecting is the part that will carry the belt. Then I'll go down a bit. This is the band that is close to the gathered area of the skirt, which I went up by 1 inch. So for your belt measurement, you can go ahead to use any measurement of your choice. So I'll just go ahead to attach like a little belt, a little pattern paper to indicate that I'm going to extend that part more because of the belt. Then you're going to go ahead to cut this out. After cutting this out, this is what I have. Then you now cut here, and then you also cut out the neckline area, and you'll be adding loop for the button at the back. So this entire area will be open. Area will be that extra 1 inch you added will be serving like where your zipper will start, or you can add a pressing button to that part. Then for the lower part of this dress, you notice is a gathers, but the gathers has like a circular effect. That means it was cut in form of a flare. Now you have to fold your pattern into two and fold it again. By cutting it, you now use the actual measurement of your waistline. You can go ahead to cut like 2 or 3, join it, and then gather it to attach to the waistline so that it will give you this fullness that you have here. So let's say your waist is like 30 inches, you might use like 50 to 60 instead of using your actual waistline. Let's say the waistline I have for mine is 16 for this pattern paper. Now instead of using 16, I will use 20 inches. That 20 inches, I'll divide it by 4. So let's say if the waistline you have is 50 inches, you still divide it by 4. Now whatever you have, you're going to draw out a semicircle this way. This is like the easiest way to like cut out your flare if you don't want to do much calculation. So let's say for this dress I'm making now, the actual waistline is 16 and I added extra inches to it, giving me 20. If I divide it by 4, it will give me 5 inches. So I'll draw like a semicircle which is 5 inches that I have already done. Now place your tape, whatever you have at this point, that is what you'll be taking all the way around. After taking it all the way around, you also want to reconnect it because that will now be your actual circle or your actual waistline. So you can go ahead to remeasure it to make sure that it is accurate. If it's not accurate, you can go ahead to readjust. After doing that, you want to get the measurement from your waist to your gown length. Now whatever measurement you have, you can add like extra 2 inches, one for joining allowance at the upper part and one for hemming at the lower part. So take that measurement all the way around. After taking it round, you now go ahead to reconnect it this way. Then after reconnecting, you're going to cut out. If you cut this out, you notice that it might be too scanty for the waistline because what we have there is fuller. So you might end up cutting like extra 2 or 3 of what you have, join it together and gather it. That way it will give you like a fuller effect, because if you notice the gathers there is in a circular form. So for you to achieve that circular effect, you have to go ahead to cut it in a flare form.